Hello, I am Dr. Umesh Prasad Sinha, Associate Professor, Department of Anatomy, Government Medical College, Bettiya. Today I am going to discuss about the histological picture of stomach. Histologically, the stomach is divided into three parts. First is cardiac part. Cardiac part is an area of stomach which is 2 to 3 centimeter from the cardiac orifices. This part. The second is fundus or body part. The fundus or body part is area of stomach, the whole fundus and before the pylorus. Pylorus is a tubular part of the stomach which is terminal part, and third part is pylorus or pyloric part of the stomach. As you know, the whole gastrointestinal tract has 4 layers. First is mucosa. I am going from inside out. The first is mucosa, the second layer is submucosa, and third layer is muscular coat or muscle coat, and fourth layer is serosa. Here, the stomach and lower part of esophagus has outer layer made up of visceral layer of peritoneum, that is called serosa. Now I am explaining the mucosa. The mucosa of stomach. In empty stomach, the mucosa is folded just like this. The mucosa is folded. This is called rugae. The folding of mucosa is called rugae. Mucosa, as you know, the mucosa has 3 parts. The first is lining epithelium. Second is lamina propria. Third is muscularis mucosa. The lining epithelium of the stomach is simple columnar epithelium. Between the columnar cells, suppose that this is columnar cells. Between the columnar cells, there is a depression in the lamina propria. This is called pit. So, if we cut a stomach and examine its under surface, the pits look like this. This is called gastric pit. In gross anatomy. Here, microscopically, this is gastric pit. Gastric glands, which is present in lamina propria, opens in this pit, this gastric pit. The muscularis mucosa is present just outside of these glands. So during contraction of this muscularis mucosa, it facilitates the secretion of gastric glands. This is about the mucosa. Submucosa. Outside mucosa is loose connective tissue. This is called submucosa. And just beyond the submucosa, there is muscular coat or muscular layer. In the case of stomach, the muscular layer has three parts. Most innermost is oblique fibers. In middle, circular layer, and outside longitudinal layer. And most outermost part is the serosa. This is the visceral layer of peritoneum, and this is made up of simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. Now, we can identify the parts of the stomach by nature of glands or histological picture of glands or histological picture of glands. Picture of glands. As you know, the gastric glands open into gastric pit. This is gastric pit and this is gastric gland. If in histological picture there is a small gastric pit and a small glandular part, then this is the feature of cardiac part of the stomach. Cardiac. If during histological examination there is a small pit and large granular part, long granular part, then this is the feature of body and fundus of the stomach. Body and fundus of the stomach. If the glandular part has, if the examining slide has long pit and a small glandular part, this is the feature of pyloric part of the stomach. Pyloric part of the stomach. One thing is most important, that in the submucosa there is presence of Meissner's plexus. Meissner's plexus is nothing but this is vagus nerve, and in the muscular layer this is present in submucous coat, Meissner's plexus. In between muscular layers there is presence of Auerbach's plexus. Auerbach's plexus. Meissner's plexus helps in the secretion of glands, and Auerbach's plexus helps in the peristaltic movement. In the next video, I am going to explain about the gastric glands. Gastric gland is very important topic, and so I want to cover it separately. Thank you. Hello, I am Dr. Umesh Prasad Sinha, Associate Professor, Department of Anatomy, Government Medical College, Bettiah. Hello students, now I am going to explain you about the gastric glands. Gastric glands is very important topic, for the first MBBS students. So I am elaborating this separately. As you know, the gastric gland is buried in the lamina propria of the mucosa of the stomach. Suppose that this is lamina propria, the whole gastric gland packed, many gastric glands packed in the lamina propria of mucosa of stomach. And at the base of this gastric glands there is presence of muscularis mucosa. The contraction of this muscularis mucosa helps in the secretion. Gastric gland, the type of gastric gland is simple branch tubular. Simple means there is no branching of duct, but branch tubular means the secretory part has tubular structure, look like this, tubular structure, but secretory part branch. In one gastric gland may be, in one gastric pit may be 1 or 2 or 3 tubular secretory parts may open. Now the cells of gastric glands. The cells of the gastric glands is very important. First is gynogenic cell or chip cell. Second is augmentic cell or augmentic cell or parietal cell. Third is mucous neck cell. Third is argentaphil cell. You have to remember all these cells. Argentaphil cells. Fourth is apute cells. I am going to explain each and every cell separately. Don't worry. Apute cells. Zymogen or chip cells, also called peptic cells. This is present in the basal part of the gastric gland. Low columnar in type, it secretes pepsinogen, which is converted into pepsin in influence of HCl. The microscopic feature of this peptic cells or zymogen cells is in basal part there is a deep basophilic staining, and in supranuclear part zymogen granules is present. Second is augmentic cell or parietal cell. It is present in the proximal part of gastric gland, and some cells may present in between the zymogenic cells or peptic cells. This is tall columnar cell. It is tall columnar cell and it secretes HCl and intrinsic factor. As you know, the intrinsic factor is essential for the absorption of vitamin B12 in the terminal ileum. Mucous neck cells. Near the neck of these glands, there is plenty of mucus neck cells. It is also tall columnar. It secretes mucus so that mucosa of stomach is coated with mucus. It is protective in nature. It protects it from hydrochloric acid so that the damage of mucosa may be prevented. Fourth is Argenta fill cell. Argenta fill cell. It is large polyhedral cells dispersed in between the other cells. It secretes serotonin or 5-hydroxytryptamine, serotonin. Now, fifth is Epute cells. Epute cells. Epute means Epute cells. Epute cells secretes many type of neurohormones and local hormones. Epute cells is also called, secretion of epute cells is also called intermediate between neurons and hormones. The full form of epute cells is amino precursor uptake and decarboxylation. Actually, the epute cells uptake many chemicals from our blood and produce amine and peptide. And after decarboxylation, different types of hormones forms which may act locally. Thank you. This is about the gastric gland. Hello students, how are you? Now I am going to take online classes on slide demonstration of esophagus and stomach. So please concentrate on this slide viewing. Come here, Dr. Murtuza. As in previous class, I have discussed about the theoretical aspects of histology of esophagus and stomach. Now see this slide. This is slide of esophagus. See the lining epithelium. This is the lining epithelium of esophagus. This is stratified squamous non-keratinized. Just outside this lining epithelium, this is lamina propria. This is, see this section. This is lamina propria. And see some strands of smooth muscle fiber. This is muscularis mucosa. Beyond this, a thin layer is present. This is submucosa. Just outside the submucosa, this layer is muscle coat. A thick muscle coat is present in esophagus so that it makes the esophagus tough tubular tube, and the outside this fine layer, this is fibrous layer, it is also called adventitia. See the next picture. This is also slide of esophagus, and this is the lining epithelium, stratified squamous, non-keratinized. This is lamina propria, and here is submucosa, and this is muscle layer. This is muscle layer. Understand? And this outer part is fibrous layer. Next picture is, this is also esophagus, and one picture is this is. I have a slide just like this in our department. You can see it if class open by microscope. This is also a slide of esophagus, and such type of slide is also available in our department. थोड़ा सा दूर कर सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, दिखाई दे रहा है? हाँ, yes. Now see this picture. This is also a slide of esophagus. Now I am going to discuss about the slide of stomach. See, this is a slide of stomach. This is slide of cardiac part of stomach. This is gastric pit, a small gastric pit, a small gastric pit, and a small glandular part. In next slide, see this picture also. It has also a small gastric pit and a small glandular part. See this slide. This is a small gastric pit, and this is long glandular part. So this is slide of body and fundus of stomach. Okay, now you can see long pit, gastric pit, and a small glandular part in compared to gastric pit. So this is slide of pyloric part of stomach. This is body of stomach. See the small gastric pit and long glandular part. Now I am going to discuss about the gastric glands. Now you can see the stomach. This is the gross anatomy of the stomach. This is the fundus, and this is the body, and around 2 cm of gastric office. This area is cardiac part. Now you can see the glands of stomach. This is called gastric gland. This is gastric pit. This is glandular part. I have discussed previously that gastric glands is simple branch tubular glands, and 1 to 3 glands may open in one gastric pit. See the picture and imagine. The lower half, see the lower half. This is less than lower half, but this is not a original slide, but this is a diagram. So there may be some mistakes by diagram makers. About lower half is had peptic cells. इसमें यहाँ peptic cells दिखाया है. About lower half has peptic cells which secretes, or zymogen cells which secretes. थोड़ा दूर से भी दिखा सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिखाई देगा उसमें. It secretes pepsinogen which is converted into pepsin by the action of hydrochloric acid. See these cells. This is a small columnar cells. This is tall columnar cells. This is parietal cells, or this is parietal cells which secretes HCl, and this is mucus neck secreting cells, mucus neck cells which secretes mucus or mucin. In between them, there is interphase cells and acute cells dispersed, which was discussed previously. The glands, gastric gland is very important. The questions on gastric glands often asked by examiners, so you should remember in detail, and you have to ready to answer the questions about gastric glands and how to identify the parts of a stomach by histological picture. This is very important topic. Okay, thank you. Take care.